Okay, cool. Anyway, this session is going to be recorded, so if someone is unable to join us today, that's a shame, but we don't judge you guys. So there will be no punishment. There will be just a recording, so you could review at your own leisure. And yeah, there will be also the Q&A session at the end of the webinar, so another interactivity component. But yeah, anyway, I think that's we could get it rolling. I would like maybe to once again welcome everyone who joined our webinar. The topic of the webinar is spend less and scale more, and it's a cost-based analysis of the migrating to the Shopify platform. My name is Alex Rodikov. I'm CEO and founder of Formeta. I'm joined here by Tony Bilov. He's our head of sales.
Hello, everyone. This is Tony. I'm head of sales at Formeta. As the next slide will be telling you, I'm a success multiplier, and I'm the one who is helping Alex make things happen at Formeta. Welcome to the webinar.
Yep. Welcome, everyone. So yeah, today we'll be just guiding you through some financial benefits of migrating to Shopify from your existing e-commerce platform, seeing some benefits, seeing some value that it could bring, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the topic that we're going to be discussing. All right. Cool. So once again, happy to see you all, guys. Happy that we have an interest. So like definitely this webinar is going to be covering the Shopify, how it's going to be valuable to your business, but it's not the sales pitch. We're going to be covering like what is it, what the Shopify, what this webinar is and what is not. But before we do that, before we jump straight to the business, I would like maybe to also introduce Formeta, us as a company. So maybe to start with a little bit of history, because we have some storytelling component behind the brand.
Okay.
So Formeta, as many people who joined know, is consists out of two words. 4 represents Industry 4.0, and we all know that there were many breakthroughs in the humankind's history. There were some industrial revolutions that got started from, let's say, the steam engine invention, and they just propelled. So there was a second one, there was a third one, and now we arrived to the current age, the Industry 4.0, with all of the craziness around AI, e-commerce, metaverse, cryptocurrency. So this technological age is booming, and it's hard to get lost in the noise. Hence, coming the second component of our name, Meta, which is the acronym, saying that Meta is most efficient tactics available. So we, as an agency, we help businesses to thrive in this digital age. We help them to navigate, to find the way how they can succeed and how they can be, let's say, achieving the biggest potential they could ever dreamed of. And to maybe say a few more words about us as a company, we are certified Shopify experts. We've been on the platform since 2012. And I would say that we are full service digital agency. So we do all of the core, we're covering all of the core pillars, e-commerce, marketing, UX design, some custom software development. So we know it all. We know the drill. And yeah, we are awarded agency, and our designs, they've helped brands of all sizes to scale and succeed. So today we'll share some insights that come from years of our experience helping clients grow on the Shopify platform. And I think, Anton, if you'd like to steal the mic and start talking about the topics that we're not going to be covering.
Absolutely. So before we dive in, let me clarify what this webinar is not. This is not just a list of Magento or WooCommerce drawbacks. We all know those by now, right? It's not a Shopify sales pitch. We're not here to make you buy something. This is not an advert for Formeta. This is about value, not promotions. And it's definitely not just a sales pitch. You won't be tuning out by the end. Instead, this is about providing insights and value that you can actually apply. And since the webinar is about Shopify and migrations to Shopify, we have to be transparent about the drawbacks of Shopify. There is some limitations for customization. While Shopify offers a lot of templates and themes to use, its flexibility in terms of customization is somewhat limited. If your business is requiring a highly tailored design or unique functionality, you may find some challenges with that, unless you go with headless architecture, which allows you customizing your storefront while still allows leveraging using Shopify capabilities. In regards to app dependency, Shopify's core functionality is robust, but many businesses rely heavily on the third-party apps to achieve more specific features and functionalities. While this enhances the flexibility, it can quickly increase the operational costs, especially if you are using multiple apps that charge monthly fees. There are some content management limitations too. Shopify excels as an e-commerce platform, but if your business also focuses on content like blogs or content pages, extensive informational pages, you may find its content management system lacking. Shopify prioritizes product management and sales over content, which can be a drawback for content-driven businesses. Now, when it comes to SEO, Shopify built-in SEO capabilities are decent, but there are limitations. For example, it can be challenging to fully optimize the URL structures, and it doesn't allow for advanced customization of certain SEO elements without specific apps or manual coding. However, many of these limitations, all of them can be mitigated with the right SEO strategy and third-party tools.
That's right. There are always workarounds, and you rightly mentioned that there are a variety of different approaches, and headless is obviously it's a frontier when merchants they need the highest level of customization. That's definitely an option to consider. And Shopify as a platform, it also evolves. So all of these limitations, they could be nicely mitigated, and it evolves, and hopefully in the next releases there will be more flexibility around that. But as all of the platforms, definitely Shopify has its pros and its cons, so it's to be expected. So we're gonna be maybe covering what this webinar is.
Yes, please.
What are the topics that we're going to cover? So as Tony mentioned, it's really an honest look at the costs and savings of migrating to Shopify. We'll show on real numbers. We'll discuss real case studies, and we provide actionable insights. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this webinar, this is going to be recorded. And again, we'll hold the Q&A session at the end. So feel free to also ask questions throughout. And I think, as we just mentioned, the case studies, it'll be a good point for you again, Tony, to steal the mic and maybe discuss a few challenges that happened with the clients who were migrating from Magento.
Absolutely. So, all right, let's dive into our first case study. Meet our client. It is small to medium-sized e-commerce business that started in 2020 in the midst of the pandemic. They've got about 20 products, and they were built on the Magento's Community Edition. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, things started getting a bit stressful when they realized that the Black Friday was again around the corner. Cue the panic, or in other words, here's where the stress kicked in.
Yeah, we all can relate.
So here's where things start to get tricky. Running on Magento wasn't exactly cheap for them. Every month, they were shelling out up to £4,500 just to keep things running smoothly. We're talking about Magento core updates, package and library updates, third-party plugin updates, DevOps, which is security, scalability, and server costs, you name it, not to mention disaster recovery and backups. And as you can imagine, they weren't exactly sipping pina coladas when all this was happening. In fact, they experienced checkout lags during Black Fridays. So not only they were spending it on, but these costs weren't even giving them the reliability they needed when it mattered most. So to recap, they have 20 products, thankfully stable sales, but 4,000 pounds a month in upkeep. And to top it all off, every time they saw a traffic spike, it wasn't a reason to celebrate. It was a potential disaster in waiting to happen.
Yeah,
No business should feel like success is a threat to their platform, right?
of course.
Okay. So yeah, while we are talking about the migration of this business, Alex, I would love you to tell us a little bit more about the technology behind the migration.
Yeah. So Shopify has a technology called Liquid. It's an open source templating language. It's super easy to use. It's like loved by developers. So community is just ecstatic about Liquid because of its simplicity, straightforwardness, and it's easily customizable. It's extremely flexible. It allows basically serving dynamic content and logic, and it's just perfect for e-commerce stores of that size. E-commerce stores that want reliability, customization without any complexities of headless architecture, ease of use when it comes to the maintenance, they all opt for the Liquid. Plus, there are tons of different apps available, readily available for Liquid. So it's just a thing that's you go straight. You don't even think twice. And maybe to put that into perspective, I think Liquid could be also seen as the bullet train. So it just basically delivers you from point A to point B. But if you need some level of customization that is going to be out of that, then there are workarounds that we can be covering later that are in huge demand by bigger brands. Anyway, for the brands like example that we just highlighted, it was the optimal choice. So Liquid it was.
So while you are listening to all of this, please chime in the chat. Let us know if you have ever heard about Shopify Liquid before, and let us know if this sounds reasonable for you. At the same time, I will continue with breaking down the costs behind the migration. So we helped them move to Shopify, and here is how what it looked like financially. It was £7,500 for full audit and migration.
Mm-hmm.
It was also £1,500 for design tweaks and initial conversion rate optimization. And the Shopify subscription, just £19 a month. No more costly maintenance, no more headaches with security updates or backups.
Yeah.
In total, their migration cost came to £9,000 and a little, and the ongoing yearly spend after that, it is less than £500 for the Shopify subscription a year.
Yep.
And here is where it gets good. Let's break down the savings on the next slide, please. So before the migration, they were spending £3,000 a month, which is £36,000 a year. The migration cost was £9,000, and the ongoing Shopify cost was practically nothing compared to Magento. So they broke even in less than 6 months. Yes, it may depend on the seasonal lulls too. After that, they were free to reinvest their savings.
Yeah.
In fact, they increased the ad spend by 30%, helping to boost sales and growth even further. So the takeaway, not only did they save money, but they set themselves up for the long-term success, scalability, and peace of mind.
Yeah. No, it's phenomenal. How cool is that when you can just basically redistribute the cost that you already have, that you just spent on the maintenance,
Absolutely.
redistribute that to the growth initiatives, make sure that you're getting enough traffic, more leads, more ads, more budget for the marketing, unlock just virtually like out of the thin air.
Absolutely. It is something I would actually call the actual growth. I'm sorry for repeating this word actually, but it is an actual growth.
It is.
Yeah.
Cool.
I believe we have the next case study to review.
Yeah. So next, we'll look at the mid to large size business. It has a bigger catalog of over 100 products. So customer heavily relied on the customized Magento store. It was packed with technical debt and custom integrations, and their costs they were just skyrocketing. So for this business, their total annual maintenance costs they were just exceeding 150,000. So it was quite a total to spend.
150,000.
Yeah,
That's quite crazy.
It's crazy. Just I think it's phenomenal. But you're supposed to allocate and to budget those spends just to kind of run and make sure that your store is well maintained. So
Absolutely.
it kind of makes sense when you are running on the Magento, but I think with Shopify it could be turned upside down, and like majority, like the biggest proportion of this could be just redistributed towards the again growth initiatives. We're going to be covering that a bit later.
But why larger businesses pay that much?
It's a lot of customization. It's security patches. It's all of the work related with the updates, keeping all of the integrations working. So like they all need to kind of match each other. They all need to be up to date, and also not to mention the infrastructure, which is also quite costly.
Absolutely.
And definitely the technical debt, it's not helping. So you just need to spend a lot on refactoring, making sure that code is running. So yeah, it's a well-known issue for merchants, especially with the bigger size of a catalog.
Okay, thanks.
So for this business, we decided to kind of make sure that we are proposing something that is going to be allowing them to continue building custom experiences for the clients. And we proposed Shopify Headless as a solution. Shopify is investing a lot into their headless framework called Hydrogen. It allows a lot of flexibility for developers. Developers, again, they just love it. And what is headless? We just covered what is Liquid. Headless is basically an approach when you are decoupling frontend from the backend. So it's not monolithic anymore. It's decoupled. And it allows you the great flexibility, not only when it comes to the different UX, but also when it comes to performance. Because the biggest contributor to the performance is that you have zero to none control over the, let's say, kind of sequence of different components being loaded on the website on the first draw. With Headless, you can control that. You can set whatever sequence is needed. And most importantly, you can also serve the unique and custom experiences to all of your main target audiences. And it's done through basically API calls. So businesses, they're just having more flexibility and personalization options. Now, once we discuss what was the preferred approach for this business, let's maybe talk more about the migration costs for this business.
Sounds interesting. Let's do it.
Yeah. So as you can see on the screen, the cost for this migration was north to 67,500, and it included
Wow.
It included the migration with the custom integrations. We also did redesign using Shopify Hydrogen framework, and also it included the Shopify Plus subscription, which kind of makes sense for this larger type of businesses. There are a variety of different plans, and we just scratched the surface with the basic plan that was available for the first case study,
Right.
Which was around £19, right,
Mm-hmm.
monthly fee. Obviously, this one comes with is associated with a little bit bigger spend, but it comes with plenty of benefits, including like top tier support. Also, you have the best performance possible. You have like really favorable terms when it comes to commissions. They're almost zero, if not zero. So yeah, Shopify Plus, it definitely makes sense for bigger businesses to consider. And yeah, so like the ongoing costs, also they included like I think 1,500, yeah, 1,500 pounds on a retainer, so for the post-launch support. So we see that the total migration cost was approaching to 68,000, and yearly spending was around 100,000. And as this project was associated with the bigger scope, the timeline for it was looking like on the screen. So we effectively delivered that within 3 months. So we started with audit. We analyzed all of the existing, let's say, kind of challenges that this business possessed. And we take into consideration everything, including the infrastructure, like how it was interconnected. We did a redesign. We also did zero work for them, and we basically refactored the entire code to make sure that it's in a good condition. We implemented all the needed integrations. We did proper QA. Migrated to the Shopify headless, and all of the needed DevOps optimizations were also done within the period of 3 months. So yeah, that was a lot of work, but
sounds like it.
Yeah, there was a lot of work, and there was a lot of sleepless nights, but we did it, and obviously, like we needed to launch ASAP, so client demanded that there was a quick go live, and we can proudly say that we delivered.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can see some before and after images. So maybe the difference is not that significant, especially when we don't zoom in and don't go through the details. But believe me, it's all about performance and the flexibility that we have right now with the front end. And as the client also was from fashion business, for them it was important to highlight their latest items with a lot of let's say kind of high quality imagery and video content. So performance was the really key topic here. Not to mention the mobile part, which also required some customization.
Okay.
Do you think it would be a good idea to quickly go through the video case study that's we also prepared for this migration case?
Yeah, I think it was a great case, and it makes sense covering it right now. So let's actually take a look at this video, and let me know, how did you like this video?
The dream was to be the main brand in the clothing men business world. Innovation has always been our driving force, from imaginative photo shoots to our cloth design. Dan John is a family-owned business. So as every family-owned business, we started out with one shop. We still have this goal to this day. We want to be, and we strive to be, the most perfect brand for men clothing world. Our values are important to us. We pay close attention to every detail, from how we design our clothes to how we sell them. We are a reminder that Italian craftsmanship in fashion is still something special. Innovation has always been our driving force. Each element of our work has to be a masterpiece, and we aim to ensure that our website reflects this commitment. We asked for help from the 4Meta agency as leading Shopify experts to make a solution for us.
Our journey with Dan John began with a visionary proposal. We proposed a complete transformation of their online presence to adapt to the ever-evolving digital landscape. Our first step was to breathe the new life into Dan John's website. We started from the ground up, creating a fresh, user-friendly design for both desktop and mobile users. We gave each product its own special spotlight page, making them look absolutely fabulous. Then, to simplify the shopping experience, we crafted customized product lists. These lists acted like neatly organized shelves in a store, making it a breeze for customers to find what they were looking for.
We've added an exciting new feature, the interactive Look Builder, which empowers buyers to try on multiple clothing items simultaneously. In this way, we provide customers with a more tactile experience, even through a screen.
We wanted our website to be able to change and get better as the digital world changes.
How did we turn this design into reality? Well, when Shopify introduced hydrogen and oxygen to the world, only a few pioneer brands had begun to use this technology. We were among the first ones to embrace it for our project. During the development phase, we had complete confidence that this approach would enable us to deliver the maximum results our client was anticipating.
Not everybody likes to be pioneers in something. It's really hard. It's not easy at all. The path is not straight. This is why you need a partner that wants to help you finding solution. We are already witnessing our dream website come to life. The work on our store is ongoing, but we are already seeing positive results. Our customer loves it. Conversion rate is really high, and we believe there is more success to come. With the help of Shopify and with the help of Formeta, we've built a store that won't need renovation for a very long time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so really similar success story is Dungeon that you just seen. They also use Shopify headless architecture, and after migrating to headless, they saw an improved site speed, which was also the key for them. They also saw the enhanced user experience, and they managed to reduce their DevOps costs. So there were huge savings, and just literally it was covered within 10 months. And now they save over 57,000 pounds, and annually they can just reinvest those savings into their growth initiatives, which is why we are promoting that. If you feel that you're in the same position, consider Shopify, because you would finally you would be able to grow, and you have the budgets. You just need to unlock them and repurpose them to the best platform that can make sure that you're growing as a merchant. And the key takeaway, that Shopify scalability, it easily handles sales spikes. It makes all of the design changes quick and easy to implement. Obviously, with headless, it would be a little bit more like development resource oriented. But with Shopify Liquid, it's just it's super straightforward. You don't even need to have let's say kind of properly equipped development team. Store manager would be able to implement majority of the updates themselves. And what it does at the end of the day, it allows businesses to just prioritize growth, not maintenance. Maybe also to summarize Shopify's cost structure, it's super predictable, it's clear. Whether you're small or large business, you can break even within a month and just start saving on maintenance costs. So, yeah, as a recap, if you're a larger business, migration costs, they can be covered within 10 months, thanks to the reduction of in customization and DevOps. So you don't need to think about the infrastructure at all. Shopify is taking care of that, thanks to their well managed backend. Opting for premium level tiers, it also allows you to give to you as a merchant a peace of mind, where they promise to have your store up and running with 99.9% uptime. So definitely a good thing to consider, and not to worry about the spikes in traffic. And it's a huge benefit for you when you want to save and to redistribute your budgets towards the marketing and growth.
Absolutely. This is the way to set oneself up towards success, instead of actually putting the cost into operations again and again.
Cool.
Okay, and this is what this slide that we're currently seeing is what we're talking about. It is about prioritizing growth, not maintenance. So don't be stuck in those operations. Don't be stuck in supporting those enormous website infrastructures. Just there are ways. Let me know, guys, if there was a way how you can find where you can actually optimize your growth and actually set yourself up into to success.
Mhm.
Would you be open to explore in such a way? I would
Of course.
bet 100% that you
Yeah.
would. Okay, now let's proceed. So we have some call to action slides, and this slide is something that tells you to stay where you are in case the conditions that you are currently in are not supporting your migration. Migration is not for everyone, that's for sure. So if your online sales are secondary and your current platform might be more than enough without needing Shopify's advanced infrastructures and features. If your current system is efficient and cost-effective, switching may add unnecessary complexity. If your platform supports your business needs and grows, there is no reason to migrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So start thinking about migrating only if you meet following criteria. You notice that your maintenance costs are creeping up. They just keep on piling up. It's we've been there. We know that. It's a common thing, but there is a way. There is a solution. Definitely think about migration. If you see that your business is growing, it's also time to think about enhanced scalability that Shopify could give you as a platform. And also, if you worried that your dev team would be not capable to survive throughout the sales spikes, it's also a good opportunity to think about Shopify because it manages it just nicely. And no backend related pain points, no infrastructure related pain points. It just done for you. You don't need to think about it. And if you stuck around to the end of this webinar, just make sure that you contact us and discuss the possibilities of migrating your store. I think it's also a tick that we need to have here.
Yes, so we have one more slide before we skip to the questions and answers section. So this slide is, again, call to action slide. Get in touch now. If your online store upkeep is costing you significantly, it's time to consider a more efficient solution.
Yeah.
If you're anxious about your store's stability during the big sales days, let's ensure that it can handle the traffic. So you can actually find us anywhere. You can find us online through Google. Just Google for Formata. You'll see us on Clutch. You'll see us on LinkedIn. You'll see us on YouTube. Today you see us also on Instagram, and not only today. So yes, guys, if you have any questions, it's the right time to ask those questions. Anyways, we would be happy to answer those questions even later down the road when you reach out to us.
Yeah.
We would be happy to.
We're always open. We can just initiate the discussion in the comment section. So,
okay, we have a single question to start with for starters. How long would it take for an SMB to migrate, Alex, approximately?
It depends, but
Yes.
I think that's within the course of 2 to 3 months, it's absolutely achievable.
It depends on the size of the store.
Of course. Catalog.
The amount of the data that has to be migrated.
Yeah. We also run a thorough discovery session where we analyze your unique circumstances and propose you with the well-developed execution plan.
Absolutely. As our Chief Operations Officer loves to tell it, the solid strategy begins the solid execution. So we do have to put that strategy in place.
Of course, yeah.
Absolutely. We have another question. Let me read it out loud. So how do you decide between Shopify Liquid and a headless approach for storefront implementation? This is one part of the question. And another one is, are budget constraints the main deciding factor?
Well, that's a very good question.
It is.
Definitely, headless is not for everyone. So it's designed for the bigger brands that require just a lot of customization, because the way their business model is designed is also quite custom. also for the brands that want and strive for some unique experiences that they want to deliver to their customers, headless is the answer. And if also speed and performance is of a concern, in those cases, if you want to have the maximum performance, if you want to have the maximum flexibility and customization options, definitely we recommend going headless. But it's also, we need to understand that headless is associated with bigger spend, as it requires more development resource, and it simply has more, let's say, kind of moving parts that need to be considered in this equation.
A lot of nuances.
A lot of nuances, a lot of moving parts. It's expected thing to be, but if you want to save money, if you're just in your early days, or if you see that you operate in somewhat conventional way, go with Liquid. Liquid is also a good solution, and that's why it's like Shopify is loved by millions, simply because it allows you to spin up the website literally in a couple of hours with like super low technical skills. You can also do that. Obviously, if you want some more flexibility, there are apps that could extend the standard feature list of Shopify. So there are ways, and there are successful cases of even big businesses that are powered by Liquid. So headless is not always the solution. Again, throughout our discovery session with clients, we decide what will be the optimal strategy.
Yeah, so thank you, Alex. Let us know if you consider this question to be answered. And here is actually the next one. What are the key challenges businesses typically face when migrating from other platforms to Shopify? And how can they be mitigated to ensure a smooth transition? So what are the key challenges, Alex?
I think the key challenge is there are certain ways you need to consider when you are running your store. So like there are certain kind of supply chains. There are some integrations that need to be considered. Maybe there will be some need for custom integration, because this platform is not kind of, let's say, 100% compatible with Shopify. So this needs to be considered. Also, the catalog. I think that's the biggest thing. Needs to be imported properly. But again, there are some ready available tools, even from the Shopify App Store, that could just streamline that process.
Okay.
Also the UX. So I think that's it's not a secret that Shopify has the most thoroughly thought through checkout process, where effectively you can also experiment with one-click checkouts. These things, they're not always available on other platforms. I know that there are also certain moves into that direction, but these things like UX related kind of points, they also need to be considered. Then integrations and the catalog itself.
Okay, that's pretty much to consider.
Mm-hmm.
As you say, a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, there are.
So guys, let us know if you have any other questions. We don't see any more in the chat right now. And hopefully this webinar was an insightful venue for you. So you have learned something new, you have discovered a different angle to maybe the information you knew previously to this day. And we have, I have a hint in the chat here. We have a 15% off a website audit before the Black Friday. Thank you, Anton, for this hint. How could I have forgotten about this?
Being head of sales. Unacceptable.
Yeah, I love to sell, guys, but it is not possible to sell if the person is not willing to buy. So it is about the real value behind,
of course,
the sale. So if you're looking to bulletproof your process before the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, it makes a lot of sense to have a conversation. And we're not sales first organization, we're a customer first organization. So don't afraid to talk to our sales department.
Of course.
Okay.
But yeah, just it's a very, very valid point. Holiday season is coming. Black Friday, all of the other holidays. So if you want to be ready, if you want to have your best season possible, it's not too late. You still have time. We can have a chat. We can assess your unique circumstances. We can run a proper discovery session, no strings attached, and you'll see for yourself.
Okay, we can see when we have one more question. And when it comes to talking to us about bulletproofing your operation before the Black Friday, it is not necessarily about migration to Shopify. It can be simply to implementing changes and tweaks to your current operation, and it wouldn't take like 2 to 3 months, as we have answered to the previous question. So one more question, Alex, buckle up.
Okay.
Is it possible to implement design changes or a full redesign during the migration process to Shopify? If so, what are the best practices to ensure the design enhancements align with the platform's capabilities without disrupting the migration timeline? So again, design changes or full redesign during the migration process?
Yeah, that's another good question. Thank you for asking that. I'll just try to divide that in two. Is it possible to implement design changes or a full redesign? Yes, absolutely yes. So we can reconsider the design choices that were made because the majority of them, they are based on the existing way of doing business. Let's say Magento has its own approach towards the checkout experience. Shopify has its own. So obviously there will be some nuances. It could be a cosmetic changes, the one that would be just kind of tailored to match the existing approach of the platform. Or it can be like a complete revamp of all of the major flows, UX flows. So both are effectively achievable. But we recommend actually to maybe start slowly. So if you have like, chances are that you actually are okay with design, even running on the existing platform. It's just the way that you can also unlock the additional streams that could be repurposed for the growth initiatives, for the CRO, for the paid ads, for any marketing activation campaigns. So yeah, effectively both of the things, they are achievable. And what are the best practices to ensure that design enhancements align with the platform capabilities? We obviously, as Shopify experts, suggest you the way that is recommended, like the way platform sees things happening. But as we mentioned, if you have a particular need to implement super bespoke experience, there are ways to do that.
Awesome. Guys, I would say that Fermata is lucky to have such a CEO who is into the details, technical details, because it could have been just a manager, but it is someone who knows these details. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. So sounds to me, it looks to me that we don't have any more questions. Again, guys, thank you for the time that you have spent with us here today. We do hope that this was value for you. And stay tuned for the future events. We're looking into more webinars, into delivering even more value. And please reach out to us in our channels, Instagram, LinkedIn, emails, to let us know what topics would you like to cover in the future events.
Yeah. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for being a great host here. Thank you for kind words, and also wanted to thank the entire audience, all of the attendees. Thank you for joining us today. And yeah, we keep it in touch. We like the format. We like that it's interactive. It allows the communication to be flowing. So yeah, see you in the next webinar.